Hey guys, welcome to Total Carp Fishing TV. Today you join me back on the bank and we are taking a look at the Catch X Pro bait boat and hydrobat fish finder from Rippton. So if you haven't heard of Rippton, then to sum them up, basically they are a company who build different types of technological products such as the bait boat and the fish finder to enhance people's fishing experiences. Now this bait boat does incorporate two different bits of technology. You've got the boat itself and then you've also got the fish finder as well. And this is all controlled through their handy app, which means you can control everything from your phone, but it also does come with a really smart controller which can be used single-handedly. So the bait boat itself, in terms of cosmetics, it's got this nice black carbon fibre finish which gives it a really stealthy look, and it weighs in at 5.4 kilograms, so it's not the heaviest bait boat out there for sure, which makes it nice and easy when carrying it from location to location. The boat runs off an 8,000 mAh battery, which gives you about 2.5 hours of run time, but you can actually upgrade the battery if you want to a 13,400 mAh battery, which gives you an extra hour on run time. The boat has two independent hoppers which can take up to 3 kilograms of bait, and the nice thing about this is that you can release one hopper in one location, and whilst you're still driving the boat around you can release your other one on the second location, which saves time and means you don't have to bring the boat back in to refill up. Alternatively, you could place your rig in one and your bait in the other if you didn't want to cause any tangles at all. On the back of the boat, you've got two high-performing 7,000 RPB engines that will propel you up to 300 meters. So it's a really good distance. I mean, realistically, we're not going to be fishing more than 300 meters, so this is absolutely ideal and ensures you've got full connection throughout that whole trip. But this can be an absolute game changer if you're fishing those big open waters where a cast is just not enough. Something really neat about this boat is that the remote that it comes with is single-handed operational. So that means you can control with one hand, place your phone in the handy phone holder at the top, and you're away to go. It's great. So you can calibrate the boat so it knows its home location by either doing this through the app or doing it on the remote itself. So you don't have to use the app directly to control the boat, but you can use it if you want to set locations precisely on the GPS map. Another handy feature is that it's got a single press button for the home return. So if you do happen to get a bite as you're taking the bait out on the boat, then you can quickly press that, it will return on its own and you can deal with the rod and the fish with no hassle at all. The boat will also automatically return to home if it's got a low battery, which gives you peace of mind because the last thing you want to do is lose your boat in the middle of the lake. So moving on to the actual hydrobat fish finder, this is essentially a sonar that gives you a reading of the lake bed itself and you can create bathymetric maps. This is really ideal because it gives you a picture of exactly what the lake bed is like and where there's certain places are that the carp might be hiding. It fits securely to the back of the boat using this screw-in lock arm, and that gives you absolute peace of mind that it's going to stay locked in and it's not going to fall off during the travel. Now once you've got the sonar and the boat connected to the app, you can use them in sync and then you can target and locate certain spots that you want to fish throughout the duration of your session. Now with the fish finder you can actually do multiple things such as find the depths, temperature and even spot fish in certain areas. Now the two items together combined, you can do a multiple of different things to find out exactly what's in the area you want to fish. You can do zone scanning, fixed scanning, accurate mapping or even quick mapping. There's plenty of different modes to use depending on the situation that you're in. Another really fancy feature that this boat has is that if I go into a zone scan and I'm going to connect 3 different spots for the boat to select, and what it will do from there, once I've started the mission, it'll actually automatically find me some spots in that area that I've selected, hopefully finding me the perfect place. There we go, one's just popped up straight on the screen, a nice flat area with a sign that there's a fish there, and that way I can click on that little green icon and every single time I'll be able to put my rig on this same spot, which is perfect. Now when I went out last week, I found some different spots further out about 100 meters in the lake, and then I did a zone scan around that area to see what the depths were like between the different areas that I picked. Now from then it was quite easy to locate and pinpoint a certain spot that I wanted to fish for the session. And that way all I had to do every single time I wanted to put my rig out or put some bait out was click on that spot and the boat would automatically drive itself out there, which was really, really handy and a really quick feature to use. One of the last things to mention about the HydroBat fish finder is that it can scan up to 120 meters, and then you can scan at either 55 or 15 degrees depending on how much information you want fed back to you. The app itself is completely free and it's really simple to use. It also records all of the trips that you've done on the boat, which means you can revisit those and check out exactly where you were scanning in previous sessions. This is a handy little feature because it means you can click on the map, know exactly where you were fishing previously and revisit that spot in a click of a button. Something I found quite useful is that I did my scans with the fish finder attached to the back without any bait, without any rigs, and when it came to placing my rigs, I removed the fish finder, and that just removed any chance of there being any tangles with line wrapped around the fish finder itself. There are a couple of features that I haven't mentioned already. For example, the boat has got a couple of lights front and back, which means if you're using it in lower light conditions, you can flick the lights on and you can see it nice and easily, even at quite a long range. You also have an independent line release on the back of the boat, which means you don't actually have to put your rig into the hopper itself. This will connect directly to the back of the boat, and when you're ready, press of a button and it will release the hook for you. Once using the boat, it's ideal to charge it after every session, and it takes around 4 hours to fully charge. So the last thing to mention about the boat is the price itself. Now, it's not cheap. It comes in at £1,299, but that comes with everything that we spoke about today. So the boat, the fish finder and the remote itself. So that is a bit of an overview of the Rippton Catch X Pro bait boat and HydroBat fish finder. If you do want any more information, then please visit Rippton's website, which is www.rippton.com.